Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. It is extremely windy today. I'm kind of trying to tuck my microphone behind my collar here so it doesn't just sound like wind blowing the whole time. Today we have an apple tree that we're going to plant. Honestly, I'm surprised it's still alive. I've had this apple tree since, when did I get it? April. It's still hanging out in its nursery container, and I've not been giving it the TLC it needs or deserves. So we're gonna plant that, and then I thought I would also go around and tell you my top 5 favorite apple varieties that I have. I love these 5 apple varieties. I think everyone should have them in their garden. For those of you who don't know, we have, I think, just shy of 60 apple trees. Or fruit trees. 99% of them are apple trees. I also have some plums and pears as well. Honestly, I'm not sure what the number is. At one point, I know we had 60. Things have died. We've gotten new trees to replace them. I'm not sure where I'm at currently. I should count. But roughly around 60, give or take a few. Let me show you the tree that we're going to plant. This is a frostbite apple. I do have one of these in the garden already. It's more like a mid-season apple, so late summer, early fall apples when it ripens gets 25 feet tall and wide. Zone 4, 30 below, but it does survive in my zone 3 garden, and it has gotten way colder than 30 below. So it does survive colder. It has a lovely flavor, nice crisp texture, great for fresh eating and great for baking as well. And that's what I really love about those mid-season apples. They're great for fresh eating, great for baking. Early season apples, you can eat them fresh. They taste very good, but they're very soft texture. They're not overly crisp, so they're really good for like juicing in applesauce. And then your late season apple, those are like the super duper crisp ones. Great for baking. Some people don't necessarily really enjoy them for fresh eating. They can be, you can eat them fresh, but they're mainly your like baking apples. So that's why I really love the mid-season apples, because they're great for everything. Yes, you can make sauces with them. Yes, you can eat them fresh. You can bake them, you can freeze them. They are like the perfect all-around apple. So let's get this one in the ground. So this is kind of where I want to put it, in front of our chicken run. I had a Honeycrisp tree here. Honeycrisp are the worst. I'm so sorry if you like Honeycrisp. I know they have good flavor. If you are a grower and if you are growing Honeycrisp, I'm sorry, don't do it. There are so many better ones. They are so susceptible to disease, to insects, they are not cold hardy. We got them to survive. They would not thrive. My husband planted 3 of them, or 4, honestly. Might have been 4. They are no longer with us. No longer. 2 of them were like barely alive. I'm like, take them out. They're not worth it. Not worth it. So we are replacing the Honeycrisp with this frostbite. So if you're thinking about getting a Honeycrisp, and maybe you have a Honeycrisp and it does well in your garden, I'm so happy for you. But if you are a cold zone grower like me, don't do it. And we will talk about my top 5, like I said, that are way better than Honeycrisp in my opinion, even better flavor as well. So this is where I'm gonna put it. Okay, I don't wanna put it like right where it was, obviously, and you can't see, but there's a line of trees that continue on that way, and they're not in a perfect line. They are not. They kind of go like zigzag, zigzag, which does not bother me at all. So I'm gonna move it out like this way, about 3 feet, 3.5 feet, maybe 4. Yeah, it's closer to 4 feet. And I'm just gonna dig a hole and plant it. I could, I guess, go this way. I'm gonna go in back because you can't see it, but right behind you, I'm leaving an open space that I want to have like a raised garden bed someday, and I don't want a tree too close to it and shading the bed. And it's kind of more so in line. I have other trees right behind me too. It's more in line with those. So This is where we're gonna put it. I just realized you couldn't even see me digging the hole. It was behind, we have a burdock problem. It was behind the burdock. And then that pile there is like a cherry tree. And someone's coming to get that wood to make some woodworking with. All right, it's not in a big pot, so I think that's probably deep enough. Yeah. This is one of the do as I say, not as they do, add starter fertilizer. That's what I'm gonna say. Am I gonna do it? No. It's all the way on the other side of the property and I don't feel like walking over. I'm on crunch time. This is nap time. What I will probably do is just add some around the top and water it in, and it will eventually make its way down to the roots. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. She will be so much happier planted. Let's water her in. So you can kind of see the stretched field here. This is where I want my raised beds to go. And then you can see along the perimeter outside, you can even, I think, see apples in the side there. We have apples that go all the way around, I need to wash my hands, all the way around the perimeter of our yard. All right, so moving on to my top 5 apples. I've already kind of discussed the early season, mid-season, late season. Most of these I'm going to be showing you are more like the mid-season. Starting with, it's been my top favorite for like the last 10 years and it still has that title. Maybe I should save it for last, but I'm going to start with the first, the Zestar apple. It is crisp, it's delicious. It does kind of, I don't want to call it tart, but it definitely has like a bite to its flavor. My daughter Jasmine, she thinks it's too tart, she doesn't like it, but everyone else I've ever given it to, this is their favorite apple. Let me show you. All right, this is what she's looking like. Oh, by the way, I do not thin my apples. It is recommended to thin your apples. It helps them get a little bit bigger. You don't have branches that break because their branches get super duper heavy and sometimes their branches can snap. I don't do that. I just don't have time with all the kids and all the trees that we do. But yeah, this is what they are. Also, how you can tell they're ripe is one, apples start dropping. That's a sure sign that the tree is starting to ripen. But just because you see apples dropping on the ground does not mean to go and pick the whole entire tree. No, these are like raspberries or blackberries. Some of the berries ripen on the plant before the rest of them do. Same with apples. Some of the apples ripen on the tree before all the other apples. So I like to do a wiggle test. So what that means is I come up to an apple, grab it, and I just kind of gently wiggle it. If it doesn't come off right away, leave it. That apple's not ripe. I just got a leaf in my mouth. It's gonna come try this one. I'm gonna, oh, barely touched it, instantly popped off. Also, we do not spray these. We do not spray any of the fruit. So you can see there's some spots on it. That's just what you get. I know there's organic sprays. I still just prefer not to spray them at all. And we really do not have much of a worm issue. We never used to have any worm issue, and I think it's because we got so cold, zone 3 northern Minnesota. Our winters have been much more mild lately, and I think we're starting to see some, you know, spots and stuff on apples that we've never seen before, but that is up to you. But just don't ask me any questions about spraying. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Did you hear that crisp? That crunch? The juice? This is like so juicy. I bit into it. My mouth instantly filled with juice. Beautiful colored flesh on the inside. Oh my gosh. It blows me away every time. Oh, I'm sorry. Number one, gotta have this apple. This apple did come from the Honeycrisp as well. The Honeycrisp is one of its parents. I'm not sure what it was crossed with, but it's like the new improved Honeycrisp, and it's incredible, and you cannot go wrong with it. Moving on. Oh, jeez. I just fell into a hole. Okay, moving on to this next one. I couldn't stand this apple for like the first 10 years of its existence. Not good flavor. And what I learned from it was apple trees, their flavors enhance as they mature and grow older. They have to go through those ugly teenage years. I was an ugly teenager. The teenagers nowadays are drop dead gorgeous. I'm not sure what happened to that fugly stage, but it's non-existent anymore, I guess, apparently. This tree did not have good flavor. It was tart, it was bitter, not good. We moved away to Montana for 5 years, came back, and it is now my second favorite tree. That is called the Goodland. So this here is the Goodland. It has incredible flavor. A pretty decently beautiful apple as well. It has kind of that blush spot. The part of the apple that reaches the sun, that's the part that really blushes. And then the part of the apple that doesn't get much sunlight, that's the part that stays green. This is one of my favorite baking apples, but it's also really, really good at eating too. And especially I love this apple cold. Like pop it in the fridge, so good. And it has a very good storage life. Most of the apples I'm showing you have a pretty good storage or shelf life, I should say, especially if you have somewhere cooler to put them. Fridge or like a root cellar. Oh, I don't know if you saw that juice. It's dripping. So it looks like on the inside, very crisp, juicy, not as much flavor as the Zestar because Zestar is my favorite, but
this is a good one.
Oh my goodness. Look at that woolly bear. Good job, honey. But very good as well. But this one does take a few years to get very good flavor. All right, moving on. I'm not sure what the Goodland parents were crossed with. I know not a Honeycrisp. And these, my top 5 favorite, might change because I just planted another tree. It's either the Kudos or the Triumph, I'm not sure. I did the video earlier this year. That is also, I think it's crossed with the Honeycrisp and crossed with the Zestar. So Zestar is my favorite. So that one might be in my top 5 in a few years, I'm not sure. Next tree. Beautiful apples. Oh my gosh, it's windy. Do you see those up there? Beautiful. This one is called the State Fair apple. It is kickin'. So good. Incredible flavor. Decent size, really pretty red. I mean, it just shows up beautifully on the tree. This one's a little bit more of a softer apple. Not crazy soft, a little bit more soft. So it doesn't last quite as long as the Goodland and Zestar. It's incredible. I don't even know how to describe the flavor. Like, sweet, but got a kick to it. Really good. What do you think? Yeah. You know what, that is, okay, changing. Zestar is number 1. Whoop! Ah, shoot, dropped it. State Fair number 2. Goodland, I'm not sure. They're all great, you guys. They're all great. Goodland, maybe. Like I said, this is my favorite baking apple. Maybe like number 4 for fresh eating. I skipped a tree. I forgot one over here. If you love Honeycrisp.
Mom, can you show them what it's
Oh. Yep, she wants to show you. It's crawling now. Good job. So if you love Honeycrisp, get yourself, it's called a Prairie Magic. A lot of apples, they can take anywhere from 5 to 7 years to really start producing apples. Prairie Magic, you typically get apples your first year. And it is like the most similar to a Honeycrisp as far as taste. You know what, I'm just gonna take one off the ground here. It's just for me. And look at this apple. Look how big that is. Massive apple. Okay, ready? Very sweet. Nothing tart about this apple. So if you don't like a real kicking apple, this would be a good one. Very, very sweet. Still crisp. Good for baking. All that stuff. Yep. Okay, what is that? 4 apples. Moving on to my last one. I've done a full apple tour before. I should do an updated one because I think that was like 3 years ago. Let me know if you want me to do a full tour. It might take a little while to get through all of them, but I can do that. I have lots of varieties. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so the first 4 that I showed you are the mid-season apples. So they start ripening August through September typically. Then the late season apples. Most of the time, what I've experienced, you want to let them get a frost in, because once the temperatures drop down like that, it really enhances the flavors. A light frost will make them taste so much better. And the last one is a late season. I don't know if I have any apples on it. It's a new plant, a new tree. I got its first apple last year. I'm not even sure, honestly. Let's go look. It is called a snow sweet. All right, here's the tree. And unfortunately, I don't see, oh, there is an apple. See it right there? I think that's the only one. So like I just mentioned, just a few minutes ago, most apples takes 5 to 7 years to really start producing. You can get 1, 2, maybe 3 apples on it here and there, but until it hits that 5 to 7 year mark, that's when it's really going to start producing. So fortunately, sometimes it can be an investment. You have to sit, baby it, water it for a number of years before you start getting anything back. But like I said, Prairie Magic, which I'm still eating it, that one is almost instant gratification. But that is it. Can you see I'm wandering through it's planted right next to my flower garden. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any apple questions, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you want a full-blown apple, I almost dropped my apple. If you want a full-blown apple tour, I keep saying apple. Like I said, I do have pears and plums as well, but not many compared to apples. So if you want a full-on orchard tour, let me know. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, I have to add in a 6th apple. And I don't have my mic on, so hopefully it's not too windy. Fireside. Fireside is so good. That's what I'm eating now. Big, beautiful apples. One of like the most attractive apples we have. But very mild flavor, but so juicy. And when I say mild, like not in a bad mild, but it's just, it's delicious. So top 6 apples. So juicy, I almost have problems keeping the juice in my mouth. Same with Zestar. So Zestar and this one is like so juicy. All right, that's it. Bye.